it to somewhere that doesn't stand for justice, as our courthouses do.
But Cedar Names, Alabama has some opposition from about 24 members and supporters of the Sons of Confederate Veterans.
Regardless how the next person feels, I'm not going to take my flag down. If I got anything to do with it, ain't no monument going to come down.
Daniel Sims says he was adopted as a child.
My whole family's white. Went to all white school, grew up in an all white neighborhood. My grandfather was white, and he was the main one that fought in this war here. And he's taught me everything I know.
He explains how he'd feel if the statues and flag were relocated.
They may make my blood boil if they just come up here and feel like they can just tear it down. I don't see me still living if they do that. That monument ain't hurting nobody. That monument ain't killing a soul. It ain't talking bad to nobody. It ain't even racist.
But Dunston says
All right. Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakaha Kadash. I want to give double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that teaches truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the 1/3 men, women, and children of Israel. Yeah, I want to make a quick video about that video concerning the tears. Okay, now even the video did say he was adopted. Hey, this is an example to show that there are tares amongst Israel, just how we are scattered in the four corners of the earth, so are the heathens. So that's why you have Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. They can look like heathens. They can look like a so-called East Indian. They can look like a so-called Chinaman. They can look like a so-called white man, Caucasian man. Okay? You can look like these people, but you have the seed line of Jacob in you. Okay? It's all about your father's seed line. All right? So, I'm going to get some scriptures to show that. Because that guy right there that said, hey, his grandfather and all that, even though he's adopted, hey, there are so-called black men like Lenny Kravitz. Their forefathers are Edomites, so-called Caucasians, right? And they look like Jacob. But this is a spiritual. This is not about what you see, So let me go and explain this further. Matthew 13:38. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom. Who's that good seed? Israel, right? But the tares are the children of the wicked. Let's look at tares, their definition. What did I just say? A kind or darnel resembling wheat, except the grains are black. All right? So there you go, false grains. So yeah, you have somebody that look like Wesley Snipes. Right off top, you black only Israelite groups. You're just going off of, you're being carnal. You're just going off of sight. Okay? The seed line goes back to Edom, even though he's dark, chocolate-covered Edomite, as we call him. Vice versa. You may have a so-called looking Caucasian, blonde hair, blue eyes. Hey, man, but he has the seed of Jacob. All right? So, I want to go to Romans. You say, how do you know if that person to see? Hey, you have, that's the next thing where people will say, hey, where's the DNA? Where's the, the evidence of DNA and all that? No, we don't use that. We go off the spirit because Israelites, we're spiritual people. So let's grab Romans 8:11. And the point is, I'm just gonna go straight to the point. The point is in 16. Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God, of Yahweh. Okay? So, let me go back to Matthew. Matthew 38. So the Spirit bear witness, right? Okay, so let's just start that again. And the tares, the ones that look like Edom, that look like Jake, right, are the children of the wicked one. Who is the wicked one? Let's just go to the definition of wicked. Full of laborers, annoyance, hardships. Who kingdom is that? Esau, Edom kingdom, right? Press and harassed by labor, bringing toils, annoyances, perils of a time full of peril to Christian faith and steadfastness, causing pain and trouble, bad. Hey, that's what's coming now, man. All of this stuff for Jacob, Jacob's trouble. Okay, so who's the wicked? Let's go to Malachi 1 and 4. Always got to bring out Malachi 1 and 4 so you can understand who the wicked is. Whereas Edom, so-called Caucasian, so-called white man, right? Seed line, the progenitor, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. See that? Border of wickedness. So, let's go back to Matthew 13 and 38. Okay, so now we got that clear. Verse 39. The enemy that sold them is the devil. So didn't slave owners have sex with their slaves? All right? And then that baby, which will be a so-called, what everybody say, mixed baby, because there's no such thing as a mixed race. You are what your father is, according to Numbers 1 and 18, right? The harvest is the end. The end of what? Hey, that's your house shot coming through with that ship one. We're going to get that. The harvest is the end of the world. That's the age of Esau Edom, right? He runs the world. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, according to Job 9 and 24, right? And the reapers are the angels, okay? So somebody have to decide who are the tares and who are the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the elect, right? Let's read on. Go to 42. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out his kingdom all things that offend and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. So they keep talking about end of world, end of world. Let's get that end of world. What are they talking about, end of world? Let's go to 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. And it reads, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. All right? So, we know the end of the world of Esau. Hey, he know he has a short time. That's why he's coming out with this coronavirus madness, chipping you, digital currency and all that, digital medicine and everything, right? So now, let's go to that harvest. We get that in Matthew 25. We'll jump down to 31. the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him. Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divide his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right side. Hey, and another tidbit for this. Hey, that sheep, man. Hey, who here feels like sheep? Mostly your Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? A lot of their hair feel like sheep hair, going back to the ancient days. But the goats on the left, who here feel like goats? So-called Caucasians, right? But now that everybody's mixed up, hey, what's the lesson we're going into? You can't go off a site anymore, right? Okay. But the goats on the left, and who they use as Baphomet? Satan. The Baphomet head, the goat head, right? Verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye, bless my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundations of the world. All right. So let's go now to Jeremiah 12 and 9. And now this is the speckled bird, because we come in different colors, different shades of brown, different shades of all nations, right? But hey, we got to go back to that Romans after this, that Romans 8 after this. Jeremiah 12 and 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The bird round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all beasts of our field, come to devour. Right? So, hey, it's about seed line, man. As he said, he's comparing his heritage as to a speckled bird. Different people, different looking people. Okay. Now let's go to the Romans. Let's go back to the Romans. And Romans 8, and we'll go 11 down to 17. Here we go. But if the spirit of him that raises up Yahushua from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Hamashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwell in you. Right? This is a spiritual thing. This ain't just carnal. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many are led by the Spirit of Yahweh, they are the sons of Yahweh. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. Okay? That's when he brought us back from the Hellenist, in the Hellenist period, when they took the Apocrypha out, the 14 books that the Bible Destruction Committee took out. Because the Apocrypha is part of the Holy Scriptures. Without the Apocrypha, the Bible is incomplete. Right? Now here's the point. The Spirit itself bears with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. Okay? And if the children then heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. Okay, so this is a spiritual thing. Okay? Not just carnal of what you see. Even though our progenitors were different shades of brown, Jacob, our ancestors, but through scattering, through us being disobedient, that's why we look like the other nations now. And the other nations look like us, as I displayed in that video. So if you understand these scriptures and you wholeheartedly believe these scriptures in its pure form, not the white supremacy form, amen, that means your spirit bears witness of this spirit, the true essence of the scriptures. So let me grab, I could have just went over to 9. Let's grab Romans 9. And now we're going to start from the beginning. Because that's why you have 2/3 Israelites. They are Israelites of the flesh, but they just don't recognize their heritage. They call themselves African Americans, black. So these are Israelites of the flesh, okay? But they're not taking their heritage spiritually. So, okay. Let's start Romans 9 and 1. I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bear witness in the Holy Spirit. See, there you go right there. That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, for my brother, my kinsman according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law. Right? You read that in... okay.